Checked in for the Nets. Donald Sloan comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Quincy Ace. Collison comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo. We've got Thomas Robinson. Donald Sloan out there with Jarrett Jack. And it's Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And Jack kicks to Sloan. From outside the arc. And the Nets miss again.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Beautiful feed off the bounce. To his teammate there. Nicely done.
Curry against Jack. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
Henry Sims is checked in for Brooklyn. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Here's Bogdanovich and a Great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter. Curry passes to Kufis. That one goes. Count it.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Sloan lays it up and banks it in. Sloan's got 10 points in the game.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Outside Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Nice jump shot. Good. Curry's got 24. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Indiana.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
If you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. Fourth, Jarrett Jack.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, and transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor. Move it! Move it!
The Kings trail by 3. Curry attacking. And that is good. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
And Jack kicks to Bogdanovich. That 3 off the mark.
You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they stacked up in the league statistically. 3-point field goal percentage. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
The Nets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Talking about Jared Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's... winning time.
Fires from the line. They get the rebound. Robinson. Outside Jack. Robinson sets a screen for Jack. Now the feed to Bogdanovich. That's good. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
On its way from Curry for two. Again, Sacramento.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Jack dishes to Bogdanovich. Robinson with it. Out defended by Cauley Stein. And that one's good. Bogdanovich has got 16. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Curry against Jack. Outside Curry. Jack with the defensive effort.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to move down the court.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Net shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Kings. Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry attacking, stolen by Robinson. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Bellinelli is covering. Out to the right wing. Back to Young. Curry brings the double. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Robinson. And Jared Jack has subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. Curry attacking. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Curry's got 37.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his... second foul of the game. And the Nets with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jack's shot is good.
There's been a change in this game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Up top, Curry, defended by Jack. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Bulls. Young with no one around. No good on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Bellinelli for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now here is Jack. Three-pointer. AC with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Curry, here we go. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
But you know what? You know, they've come this far. They're not going away now.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Gay. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Looking at the numbers for Rudy Gay, he has 9 rebounds and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt. They'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
Passes it to Jack. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Lopez. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Curry, no good. And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Shot from the top of the key, no good. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt. But give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Brooke Lopez. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. This game in Sacramento marks the start of a homestand for the Kings. And this is a dangerous team, there's no doubt about it, with the Western Conference's fourth best record. Here's Curry. He had 34 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. To the middle, stolen by Thompson. Cousins dishes to Casper. That drops.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Freak number one.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Yep, and this past month, guys, he's been really unstoppable, scoring at will, gaining more and more confidence as he does so. It will be hard to get him out of that zone at this point, playing with a lot of confidence.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges. Because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Curry outside. Love grabs the board.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Shot's good. Dellavedova's got his first bucket of the night. For Sacramento, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Outside Curry. Pass to Cousins. And Caspi kicks to Gay. 4 on the clock. Curry wide open. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Dellavedova. He feeds it to Irving. Shot is no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Curry outside. Curry with another miss. The Cavaliers trail by 5. 13 feet away. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by James. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
And a moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. He's been dominant over the last month. 11th in scoring. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, you know, one of the most dangerous scorers in the league. He's already come up big in some key games this year.
Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Sacramento's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Cleveland's gone just 1-4 from three-point range here in the first. And finished off by LeBron.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Right side Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And now it's a three-point Cleveland lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Cavaliers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
The drive by James. Gay with the block. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Cavaliers shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. And again, it's Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 14 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
The Kings have hit all four of their chances so far in this one.
Free. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Curry. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. And Cleveland also making a change. Shumpert is checked in for James. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Irving passes to Shumpert. Irving sets a screen for Shumpert. Fires the three. Good. 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Outside Curry. Over to the wing. Pass to Caspi. Sacramento moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. And good. The three-point shot good from Curry. Curry's got 15.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Collison. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from 14. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Cavaliers ahead. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season. Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. Gay comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Curry subbed in for Darren Collison. Cleveland also making some changes. James checked in for Iman Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Curry in a 2-guard. Kufis out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Kufis with the block. The Kings leading. Curry, kicks to Rondo. Back to Curry. Here's the screen. Off the screen. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Hawks. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 3 spots below.
And right now for the Cavaliers, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I really think this is a dangerous team that could be a popular choice as a playoff sleeper.
Here's Game. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
That one falls, so he hits. And no question, G8, Rudy Gay is one of those guys who was back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis? So, I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You can play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his...
The free throw drops for Curry.
And you threw Rudy Gay. He's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
And thinking number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
Irving for 3. That's good. Irving's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
America's best games crew, your Sacramento Kings game team.
Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very confident young men right now. Freak, number 1. And here's Rondo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Kicks to Curry. Irving with the steal. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans had a huge game. He ended up with 34 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
And he can't hit the second. It was a trade that... seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
Kept alive, Kufis, the layup off target.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Misses from short range. Kings leading now by 5. Outside Curry, expanding his range. Curry with another miss.
And for Rondo, in the trade, he was able to get out of a rebuilding situation in Boston. It immediately helped a playoff contender in Dallas that was looking for help at that point guard position.
Curry with another miss.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And I tell you what, it was a rough go of things there early on for Rondo in Dallas. And you know, even for great players, it's always an adjustment when you go from a position of comfort to a completely new environment. And even though you're going to a better team, there's going to be some hemming and hawing in terms of your role and how you fit in.
And he gets it to go. 1:32 left in the first half. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Dishes to Dellavedova. Uncovered. The offensive rebound. And Fry kicks to Dellavedova. The three-pointer is right on target. Dellavedova's got 5.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
On its way from Curry for 2. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Curry's got 24 points. LeBron outside. The dish to Mozgov. And he was fouled in the...
Stay down. Stay down.
Yo, freak, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up?
I never had this feeling.
Tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
It's a Western Conference game on display featuring the Sacramento Kings. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Burke, this is Kevin Hart.
Now it's over. Blazers win. Blazers win.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it. Your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns
please,
and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
Like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg.
Can't believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I could barely remember, but we did it. We made the playoffs. And tonight, I make my postseason debut. I wasn't sure I'd be here as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG said, anything's possible. So let's go chase that title.
One of just the many signs that let you know just where you are in California. We've got an electric crowd here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game one. Predix checked in for the Clippers.